Hi everybody, I want to tell you about another dream that I had quite a while ago, and in talking to the Lord, I don't really want to talk about this because this is something that is embarrassing for me, and I'm really struggling right now, and but this is about the poor. So if you remember the other dream that I shared already, when I was in the back of a van, I saw all these people lined up. And the most notable thing about, they were mostly women. In fact, that's all I remember were women. They didn't have shoes. Well, I had a dream about myself not having shoes. And that means in the scriptures, and so a lot of times I discover the meanings of my dreams when I'm reading scriptures. And I will post for you the chapter that I found this in. And I found it actually when I was listening to Joseph Smith's first vision, the angel that came to visit him after he saw God the Father and Jesus Christ. The angel recited a scripture to him, and in that it had the shoes. And then I remembered the dream about myself having no shoes. And I also had a dream though, because So I don't have housing right now, and it's not that I have money, I just don't have enough. But the Lord told me not to take any kind of loan. And with the banks, like, you can only borrow money $50,000 or more. And I actually had found a house for, it was like $85,000, and I thought that was an amazing deal, so I jumped on it. And this was a few years ago, and I had just left the army, but then things started to fall apart. I lost my job because I started getting sick again due to military service connection issues that I have. And so I had to quit my job, and then the loan, like, for whatever reason, there just kept being delay. So I was within 5 days of signing for this house to get the loan and to move into the house. And I thought, you know what, I haven't prayed about this. I had been praying that for a house. I've just always wanted a house. Even when I was married, like, we couldn't get a house. We finally got a house, but then I divorced. And I had to leave. So I have been kind of like in this situation even since I divorced. It's been like 9 years, where, like, even with the army, it's like, here's a room for you that is garbage, or a tent if I was lucky sometimes, but like, I'm back in my car, and so it kind of is crappy. But I'm really grateful for my car. At least I have a car, because there were a couple of years there I didn't have a car even, and that was really crappy. But the Lord really wants people to know what I had this dream. I had a dream. So I prayed 5 days before I was supposed to sign for this house, and I said, Lord, I really want this house. It's perfect for what I need, and I could sell the back part of the lot and pay down some of the loan, and it's the best price house I've ever seen. And, like, the real estate values have gone up even in that area, like, significantly, right? So, but then I had this dream, you guys. And I actually have had dreams where Satan has come to me, but this was not one of those dreams. This was a dream and I'm afraid to tell you who I saw, because I don't want you to discredit it. It was such a... I hate it when people, like, raise their eyebrows when they hear, like, the dreams I have. Like, it doesn't make sense, right? But I had this dream that was kind of like being in... I can't remember the name of the movie now, but I saw George Sorros, and he was larger than life. And so all I could see was his head, and it was like the Wizard of Oz. Did you remember the Wizard of Oz, the guy that was like the god? It was just like that, like somebody he was behind the scenes, remember, and his head was really giant and everybody was scared of him. That's what it was like. And I was waiting for the bankers, and I knew it was my turn, and when I was waiting for someone else to be finished with the bankers. That's how I knew it was the bankers. I knew his face. I knew that it was George Sorros. And I know this sounds crazy. You probably all think I'm crazy, but I was terrified. And then it was my turn to go see the bankers, and I was terrified because I knew something really bad was going to happen. And then the dream ended. Recently, I was asking the Lord, about my own situation right now. Like, what am I supposed to do? I should have bought that house. But the Lord is saying no. In fact, you need to tell everyone that He told me that the dream was from Him, and that it meant that great evil was going to come upon me if I had purchased that home. I don't know how that great evil will come, but I know I watched a documentary about George Sorros. I know that he has links to people that are connected to certain really important people within the government. So it's not so far-fetched that something very bad could happen. As well, I did at the time go and do a little research what has happened to people in the past that have debts and such. So I thought, well, but I was so scared after that dream. You could not have dragged me to sign papers, and I lost $1,000. And normally, like, someone could get their money back, but not me, not that time. Like, they were gonna make me sign, but I was like, no, you're not gonna make me sign. And my roommate was my real estate agent, and she was throwing a fit. I had to pay her to stop throwing a fit. So it just, I don't know, it kind of felt like a confirmation that, the devil was just like in all of this and was going to punish me even more. But it was such a terrible dream. And like I said, I'd had others from the devil, and for a while there, I kind of have felt like this back and forth, like, was that really from the Lord? I don't know. But right now, even though I'm in my car, the Lord keeps telling me that I did the right thing, and I'm not able to find housing. Like, these people that rent out apartments or rooms, like, they want everything. They want last month's rent, a deposit, and then you have to give them 60 days. If you don't give them 60 days, then they're going to still take another month, a couple months. So I don't work that way. Like, I have issues, so that doesn't work for me. I don't have furniture anymore, like, so, and anyway, that's a big, long, sad story, but not sad, like, I've got this adventurous spirit, so I'm making the most of it, best I can do. But He wants me to tell everyone, like, you need to not go into debt. Like, whatever you do, you need to pay off your house. You need to move in with your family. You need to go camping like I am doing. Because whatever is coming is really bad. I don't know what it is. And I'm not telling you what to do because I know everyone's situation is different. And I've had my friends tell me I am crazy, okay? I know, like, for years and years, we've always borrowed money and everything is fine. But things are about to change, and I don't know what that means. But I have known what it is to be in debt and to not be able to eat because you have debts you have to pay. But the Lord is saying to me, if you get into debt, then you will be stealing from your future and your ability to feed yourself. Which brings me next point, which is, maybe I shouldn't talk about that, but yes, there will be starvation. But when the crickets come, they'll taste good, apparently. The Lord was talking about, is it the crickets? Yeah. How John used to eat them, and they taste like shrimp. So, like, prepare yourself. I don't know, but if you have this debt, like, it's going to be really bad for you. So, and hard things, when you doing hard things, you can do it, and it makes you like yourself better. I like myself better when I do hard things. As well, obedience is more important than sacrifice. So don't live with anyone, don't bed with people just because you want to have a roof over your head. It is better to be obedient. And so that's part of like my issue. Like, I'm not gonna, like, just for a roof over my head, stay in places or bed with someone, or just get married to anybody. So, as I want to be happy and I want to be obedient. So, the Lord tells me that I'll have great blessings and the blessings will come. I need to be patient and He will provide. And as I'm doing this now, I see those blessings, and He is helping me every step of the way. And sometimes I get discouraged, but I do love the messages that all of you are giving me. And oh, by the way, I cannot accept money for these videos, but I appreciate like your sentiment that way. But it is against the Lord's will for sure. And but if you want to donate to like a veterans cause, like Disabled American Veterans, or the DAV, I used to be a member of the DAV Chapter 114 in Livonia, Michigan. And I'll see if I can get them to get me a link so that you can donate money to them. And I was a service officer there, so I do hope to post some videos about for veterans to file claims, because I used to love to do that. But I had to leave Michigan because I couldn't find an affordable place to live, and I had to leave the place I was in. So it's just the way it was. And anything affordable was dangerous. And downtown Detroit was ridiculous. They burned houses down, or it was below $50,000 and I couldn't get a loan. And I thought I could pay off if I could get a loan, but they won't give them. So anyway, that's the way